sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on.
Hey y'all, it's Shayla from Making Lemonade from Lemons, and today I wanted to take you around and show you guys an update on what's going on in my garden. I have my sunflowers and my nasturtium and calendula that is right here. There's one of the yellow ones that we have that's got the salmon color throat. But there's one back here. I don't know if I can get a good there's one right there. It's called Bloody Mary nasturtium, and it's by Baker Creek, and it's really cool. I have lots of zinnias in this area, and some of them are actually getting ready to start blooming. So if you can see, there's some that are starting to get flower heads on them. So I'm really pretty excited. Okay, so I have some of my tomato plants lined up here. All of these tomato plants that are on this row right here are Amish paste tomatoes. And as you can see, they have gotten quite bigger. I've already filled up most of the bags with dirt. And like, I could put more in, but I'm probably not for this one. That container, the tub, is empty because I harvested all of my garlic. I would probably put my sweet potato slips in there. My sweet peas are still going really great. These King Tut peas are beautiful, and they make a really, really big soup pea. So if you like them smaller, you want to pick them whenever they're a little bit younger. Right now we're not eating the pods, we're gathering them for the peas so that I can preserve some for the fall. These are my cucamelons, and I will be getting something put in there, some kind of trellis for them. I might even move them around into a different section of the garden, because right now we don't have any of our post up for the tomatoes or anything yet, so we will be doing that. And then here I've got cucumber here, here, and here, and so they're doing really nicely. So this is my Cherokee Tan Pumpkin, and I'm really excited about this one. This is my New England Sugar Pie Pumpkin, and then this is my Winter Luxury Pumpkin, and it already has little, well, actually so does my New England. They're already growing little buds and blossoms, and I'm excited to see what they do. They'll be blossoming soon. So here is my Long Island Cheese Pumpkin. And then this one is my South Anna Butternut Squash. I've got one there and one there. Sugar Baby watermelon plants had been damaged. I had two in here, and only one made it, which is fine because I really only need one per bag anyways. But as you can see, the leaves were damaged, but they started growing back leaves. So I'm pretty excited about that. The same happened with this over here, which is my Honey Rock Cantaloupe. And it is coming back. So I wasn't sure if it was going to survive, but it looks like it's doing just fine. Then I have Charleston gray watermelon here, and I have blacktail watermelon here. And I'm not sure, there's something that's growing right there in the bag with it, and I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. I don't know what that is. Over here I have my squash, and then here's my zucchini, and they're looking really well. I'm going to be putting, once my peas are done, I'll be putting my tomato cages over them. I did that last year to help them grow vertically, and I think they did really well. I didn't have any issues with disease or anything like that with them, so that's what I'm going to plan on doing. And they have lots of little buds and balloons, and looks like a lot of male flowers on this one right now. Over on one of my zucchini, this one over here, yeah, they're just all, looks like all male flowers. Nope, there's one, let's see if I can, there's one right there, there's a female right there. So I can't wait until they start blooming. Alright, so you may wonder what kind of mess this is. These are potatoes, and if you can see right here, some of the stems and leaves in the bags are starting to die. Over here you can see how they're draped down. They're starting to die. So some of them are fine, like this, even though they're laying over, they're still fine. It's just because they're so tall and they're so heavy that they're just being pulled over. And it's deep, it's pretty deep in the dirt. So they just grew so beautifully that they're too top heavy. So some of them we will be starting to, some of the bags we will be starting to empty out. And if nothing else, we'll empty out some of them and leave the rest of the vines alone. It just depends, but we will be starting to take up our potatoes. Okay, these are the Texas Early Grano onions that I planted from seed, and so they're starting to bulb up pretty nicely, and I'm excited about those. These are my leeks, American flag leeks, and they're doing well. This is my red, I forget the variety, but it's a red onion, and as you can see, it is, let's see if you can see it, it's bulbing up pretty well. I did cut the tops so that they wouldn't be so heavy, so they could put energy into growing the bulb. And then over here, I haven't showed you guys, this is my Roselle that I planted, and I'm starting to get little blossoms on them, and I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't shown you guys because there wasn't really anything to show until now, so I'm really excited about the Roselle because we have a long growing season, so I might plant a few more seeds just to see what they do if I plant it now. Okay, as you can see, this this lavender has so many shoots there, just everywhere, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So they're starting to open up. The little flowers on the stems are starting to open up. Let's see if I can get a decent shot of it. My chamomile, I'm going to have to take the flower heads off. They kind of suffered all of what was going on this last week. My husband's grandmother passed away, and then my son Isaac had to go to the hospital because of an allergic reaction to ant bites, and then I got stung, and I've been in jail for a few days. So we just kind of some of this suffered. I didn't harvest it like I should have. As you see, my strawberry plants are producing, and so I'm hoping to get some from it. I haven't really gotten much from it because something is getting in there and eating them. I'm not sure what it is. So my mint and lemon balm is still looking great. My sage has really come up. I mean, last year my sage did not do much of anything at all, but this year it has really grown a lot. And then I have some carrots down here with it. Here is my oregano, and I've already taken some inside to dehydrate, as well as my mint and my lemon balm. That is pineapple sage, and it smells so good. Some of these were really teeny tiny whenever I planted them. Like, you could barely see the leaves above the bag. So this is my giant Belgium. I'm really excited about this one because those are the ones that are supposed to average between 1 to 5 pounds. So I'm really excited to see what kind of tomato comes from that. I've got some others over here that still need to have dirt added, soil added to the bags, and I'm going to get those done. And I still have some others that still haven't gotten in the bags that I've got to get done. So I'm behind this year on my tomato plants, and I'm okay with that. This year has been an extraordinarily odd year. Okay, these are purple hull pink eye peas and some volunteer kale. So I'm going to be harvesting this kale pretty soon. I'm going to start harvesting from it. There is some bug damage in there, but I'm not worried about that. I don't put any chemicals on my plants or anything, so I just leave them to be. I haven't lost anything completely to bug damage at this point, and so I'm just not going to start now. So anyway, so yeah, I was really actually very happy to see some volunteer kale because all my other kale bolted. Okay, so I'm over here by my green beans. I've got green beans in one big raised bed, which is right here. And then I have, those are purple hull pink eye peas in that bag, as well as the other one over by the other part of the garden. And then I have this bed, which is red Swan Beans and purple Teepee beans and royal Burgundy beans. And in this planter right here, I recently planted some black beans in, because these are a bush variety of the turtle beans. So I planted them here, and they're starting to come up. So I'm excited about that. But I also have my peppers over here. So I did buy some pepper plants to go in these bags because, especially for like this one, this is banana peppers, and they were my kids' favorites last year. Well, I had to restart my banana peppers. Good morning.
Good morning.
I had to restart my pepper plants, and if you see, they're my kids' favorites, and I wanted to make sure that we had some. I had to restart my pepper plants because, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. But I restarted my pepper plants, and so they're little right now, but they're growing. They're doing good. And yes, I know that they're really close together, but I'm not worried about them. My pepper plants that were close together last year seem to do great, so I'm really not worried about them at all. This one is a shishito plant. I've got hot cayenne peppers over there, and I don't think that any of my cayennes made it. So these might be my only cayennes, which is fine. I like to start mine from seed, but if I have to go with starts because of whatever reason, then that's what I'm going to do. I'll have seed for next year to be able to plant more, so I'm not worried about it. These are some bell peppers. Okay, so this one is a purple bell pepper. So I've got little blossoms getting ready to blossom. And this one is a green bell pepper, and it is getting ready to blossom as well. I also have some emerald giant ones down there. I'm going to have to separate them. I'm not worried about them, but I probably am going to separate them and move them. So this is what I'm talking about that happened with my plants. This is one of the jalapeno plants that I purchased. All right, so if you see this little guy right here, and I wasn't sure if this was going to work or not, but okay, if you look down in there, you see the green part of the stem, but that whole part is new. That from the green stem, that's new. And what I did was all of my plants had been taken off at that, just right above the dirt. And I left them to see what would happen. Some of them came back, like this one, and some of them didn't. So I'm really proud of this little guy for making it. So I will be having beans soon to harvest. As you can see here, not only are they loaded with blossoms, but there's beans. All right, so these are the red swan beans, and I would just say that these are extremely high producing, a high producing variety. I am looking so forward. I gave my husband, I picked one really young, because as you see, they're still short. But I picked one and I let my husband try them because he likes to eat them raw. He really liked them. He said they tasted just like green beans. They just are a different color. And look at all those beans. I mean, in a day or two, I will be picking these two. So probably in a couple of days, I'm going to start picking them. These are the Royal Burgundy beans. And they are also pretty high producing. They're loaded with blossoms, loaded with beans, and I'm really excited about those as well. And then over here on the more vining varieties are the purple teepee beans, and they're doing really well as well. So I'm really excited to see what they do. All right, y'all, so that's what's going on in our garden right now. Like I said, we still have a few tomato plants to plant in our bags, and we still have bags that need more soil, and we have lots of peppers. My AC is going off. We have lots of peppers that still need to be planted. So we've got a lot going on, but it's getting there. And like I said, I know that I'm way behind this year. A lot of it had to do with weather, and then we had other circumstances happen. So I'm not upset with how things are going. This is, every year is different. So thank you guys so much for spending time with us today, and we'll see you soon.
I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us.